Stephanie Jones.
And Rigo Jimenez.
And today we're talking about the birds and the bees.
What?
No, Rigo, not that kind. We're actually talking about birds and bees.
Oh. Let's go!
We're headed up to the Pollinator project up in Phoenix, Oregon in our fabulous 2025 Subaru Outback.
From Southern Oregon Subaru.
The Pollinator project is a tiny little nonprofit which helps promote and install native plant gardens all around Southern Oregon.
These native plants are so important to our flying pollinating friends.
And the best part?
The Pollinator project uses Subarus.
And they were instrumental in replanting native vegetation after the Alameda fire ravaged the Southern Oregon area. This resulted in the creation of Pollinator projects from fire to flowers.
We stopped by a native plant installation at the Farm Bus Bistro to see an actual Pollinator project installation in action.
The gardens are lovely, and the native plants blend in beautifully. But I had this feeling that Rigo wanted to see some bees.
I really want to see some bees.
So we piled back in the Outback and hit the road, winding our way through Josephine County.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a Subi with love. I think that one we got it for sure.
We take our Subi all the way to the far side of Grants Pass where we stop in for a visit with Noah's bees. So we're talking quietly because we're trying not to disturb the bees.
Noah says they work about 500 hives,
placing them all across Southern Oregon around native plants like blackberries, wild tree blossoms, and the vibrant wildflowers that grace our region, producing over 8,000 pounds of delicious raw honey every year.
They got wildflower honey, lavender honey, blackberry honey,
which means we get great honey.
habanero honey, vanilla honey, poison oak honey.
And our bee population stays strong.
This honey be good.
So how can we start attracting these little pollinators?
We're off to find out.
We aim our 2025 Subi Outback back across the valley for the last leg of our journey, all about the birds and the bees.
To Central Point and the impressive Shooting Star Nursery.
Which is a no-brainer. Just look around.
Spread over 7 acres, Shooting Star is Pollinator Central.
In fact, Southern Oregon Subaru buys hundreds of their plants every year to give away during Earth Day. How cool is that?
Thank goodness our Outback has plenty of room for pollinating plants, because Stephanie is in her own little pollinator heaven.
Can't have too many pollinators. And with our Subi Outback loaded up, we've reached the end of our journey.
So this summer, start your own conversation.
About the birds and the bees.
The flying kind.
And if possible,
do it in a Subaru!